Here he goes. Come on. Here it is. Come on. He's taking it.
It's like right there.
You see it come up?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. You want to get him again?
Yeah. Like it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. That's a nice size. Well.
This is the dreaded Fisherman, and today we are going to do a catch and cook with a sailfin catfish. There's a couple of other names that they give it, but I've always called it a sailfin catfish. The top dorsal fin's really high. It's a saltwater catfish that's somewhat of a scavenger, but it will eat live bait. So generally those catfish seem to taste good to me. But we will see. Some people say it's trash fish. Some people say they're good to eat. Let's find out. The dreaded Fisherman's catch and cook sailfin cat. So today, like I said, I am going to do a catch and cook sailfin catfish from this rather large sailfin catfish that I caught yesterday. Just to give you the heads up, I am going to show how I clean and prepare the catfish for cooking. Some people always ask, how do you clean fish or how you clean the catfish? Some people say, oh, I'm so happy you didn't show you cleaning the fish. But I'm giving you a heads up, in this video, I am going to show you how I personally clean the catfish. I'm not saying it's the right way, the only way. This is just the way that I do it. So the way that I clean a catfish is I start out with a razor or a very sharp knife to peel the skin off of the catfish. So the tools that I use to peel the skin off the catfish generally is a razor. So I take a sharp razor and use that. Use a pair of pliers to pull that skin back. And then I finish off filleting it with a fillet knife. So I take the skin and I take the razor and I cut it basically where I want to start peeling the skin back. Catfish have very, very tough skin. Just to let you know, this is the first time that I am actually cleaning a Sailtop catfish. Personal note, I actually raise catfish on my property in New Jersey. And those catfish are freshwater channel catfish. So I did raise for my consumption freshwater channel catfish. And just to let you know, I am cutting my incisions down the back of the catfish to pull that skin off. And then basically I take the skin and I peel it off. I did the top. I really should have did the bottom, so I'm gonna do the bottom now so that that skin peels off easier where I pretty much want it to. I grab my pliers and I give the skin a yank. And that's how I get the skin off the catfish. And I'll just do the same thing on the other side where I want the catfish skin to be off. One thing I did notice that the skin is pretty tough on this catfish, but it is on almost all catfish. make my cuts. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get even the razor to cut through the skin. Once again, I take my pliers, grab a hold of the skin, and I peel it back. And that's how I get the skin off the catfish. And once I get the skin off the catfish, I pretty much fillet it pretty much like any other fish. I just take my knife, go down the bone, and pull the fillet off. And that's all that's to it. One thing you do have to be very careful with the catfish, and I've been told extra caution is required when dealing with the sailfin catfish, because the dorsal and the pectoral fins have a very nasty sting to them. And there you have it, my friend. Two just quick, simple fillets. Could have taken a little bit more time in doing that, but just a quick showing of how I do it. Then I'll clean these fillets up. So I'm going to quickly show you the fillets that I got off of that catfish, that sailfin catfish. Cleaned the fillets up a little bit. These are the two fillets I got. The flesh looks good. It's pretty firm. The coloration's a little pink. Overall, I think it's a good looking piece of meat. So this is going to be a very quick and simple catch and cook. I am just going to fry it up the dreaded fisherman style, which is very simple. Pretty much a lot of times they call it like a southern fried catfish. But first thing I'm going to do is season it with a rock salt, pink Himalayan rock salt, garlic, and black pepper blend that I put together, that I grind onto the fish. I take an old seasoning grinder, and I put my own garlic, my own Himalayan salt, and my own peppercorns in it. Sorry for the squeaking. Seasoning up both sides of it, pretty nice and thorough. And you just take those fillets and drag them into the mixture. I actually season up the mixture, but drag them into that mixture. I don't use any milk or eggs or anything. It's just the moisture from the fish I put on there. Fillets look good. Drag them in that mixture. A little shake. And there you have it. Those fillets basically are ready to pan fry. So now all we're going to do is pan fry these catfish fillets and see what it tastes like. Here you have it, the dreaded Fisherman's Catch and Cook Sailtop Catfish. Sailtop catfish is a saltwater catfish that I caught yesterday. I skinned it and filleted it and fried it today to do this catch and cook, to see if it is in fact a good eating fish or a trash fish not to be eaten. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The dreaded Fisherman's Catch and Cook Sailtop Catfish. What I made to go with the catfish is some lavender honey craisin cornbread and some regular scrambled eggs. And I made a Earl Grey lime tea. So let's see what we think about this catfish here, this Sailtop catfish. The meat's pretty white. I see the dark meat. Now I did not cut the dark meat out of this catfish at all. I left the dark meat in there. So there is some dark meat that's in this catfish. The flesh is firm. It's not really flaky. It's a little stiff. It's fairly white. First bite. Not very flaky. Actually, it's kind of sweet. The meat is actually kind of sweet. Take a thicker piece. It's a little kind of like rubbery a little bit, but it's not bad, the texture. The meat's pretty white, tight segments. And to let you know that this catfish actually does taste good. The flesh is nice. It's a little rubbery, it's firm, but it is definitely a good eating fish. I would not call it a trash fish. I would not say throw it away if you want a fish to eat. It's actually a very good tasting fish. Once again, I am just a fisherman. This is the dreaded Fisherman's Catch and Cook Sailtop Catfish. Thank you, and please subscribe.